It is time for another TV review. Little background on why I'm so thrilled to be making this video right now. I watched the first season of Channel Zero. It was called Candle Cove, and I loved it. The atmosphere, the style, the build, how different the whole thing felt was just great. But for whatever reason, I was kind of late to the party with the second season, No End House. But now that I'm finally caught up, oh boy, do I have to tell you guys how much I loved it. Again, really dug Candle Cove, but No End House is even better. The season is about the legend of a house called the No End House that randomly appears, and rumor has it, it is terrifying, and not many people make it through. Our main characters here are Margot, Jules, Seth, and JD, and when the No End House appears in their neighborhood, they opt to go inside. So first off, this season of Channel Zero is just instantly exciting and engrossing. When that very first episode was over, I had caught the binge watch bug, and I really just knew there was no way I was going to be able to spread the season out, maybe sticking to just one episode a night. The other thing I really dug about No End House, which is also something that Candle Cove did quite well too, is embrace the nature of creepypasta. And I've spoken to a few people recently who give me funny looks when I use that word, so just in case you don't know what it is, creepypastas are basically horror stories or urban legends that appear on the internet, and they've got a really high level of believability and are also highly shareable. And that quality is right there in the initial core concept of No End House, and it also is part of how the story builds throughout the season. You hear rumors of how you won't make it through the house and that those that do never return, but then as you see the house and you start to make your way through it, you can't really ignore certain undeniable truths because you're seeing them with your own eyes. And just this whole idea of, I can't believe what I'm seeing in this haunted house, but also can't prove it wrong, is just a concept that really contributes big time to playing along and also instantly sucking you into the show. Also, the No End House experience is highly personal, and the way the show uses that quality to build on the most basic version of the legend is just wildly impressive. Similar to Candle Cove, No End House isn't ridden with quick cuts and jump scares. It's largely about atmosphere and letting you live in this world, and I think the success the show finds with that is really one of the many reasons the experience really stuck with me. For a little while after I watched it, anytime I saw a classic suburban neighborhood in a show or a movie, my mind would instantly go back to No End House. And also, the main character this season is really just about as strong as they come. Amy Forsyth is fantastic. After this, there's really no doubt I'll be looking out for really anything else she attaches herself to, but she really does a great job making Margot feel like a real person while giving the viewer so much access to just about everything that's going through her head throughout this whole journey, and that is just of the utmost importance given what No End House is and what it does to her. She really does strike the perfect balance between vulnerable and capable, and that winds up letting you experience her fear to the max, but also giving you someone to root for who's actually making smart decisions. And the way the show works in her best friend Jules, who's played by Aisha Dee, is just spot on. We get another outstanding performance from Dee. She has so much chemistry with Forsyth that you actually believe the so close they're sisters cliche. Her experience throughout the season is largely tied to what Margot is going through, but there's also something very personal to Jules' journey as well, and it makes her a standout supporting character that serves the season overall extremely well and on multiple levels. And now this one will probably come as no surprise, but wow, John Carroll Lynch. This comes across as a challenging role to me that requires so much nuance, and he just nails it, and it also greatly contributes to the overall satisfaction of the season. I think the only thing about No End House that didn't quite do it for me was Jeff Ward's character. I love what they laid out for him, but when things play out so strongly for Jules and Margot, further highlights that there's something about Seth that just doesn't quite get there. But really, that is such a minor issue compared to all the achievements in No End House that I really wish more folks would seek out and maybe even strive to match. It's a methodical horror story that doesn't rely on a single cheap trick, rather strong characters and smartly crafting a fully fleshed out narrative using a short form shareable internet story. Candle Cove was great, No End House is even better, and now I just cannot wait to see what Sci-Fi and the team behind this show do with that third season. Butcher's Block. There's no way I'm gonna be able to wait until I can binge watch all of those episodes, and if No End House is any indication here, I'm probably gonna have a really hard time waiting week to week for new episodes with this one, but I'm gonna have to deal with it because I want to watch it. So there it is, guys, my thoughts on season 2 of Channel Zero, No End House. Did you watch it? Did you like it as much as I did? Are you gonna watch Butcher's Block? Hit that comment section below and tell me about it. And of course, now it's time for a Patreon shout out. This one is for a new member of the team, Dustin Lewis. Dustin, thank you so much for the support. I really enjoyed our G-Chat the other week, and I'm just so happy to have you aboard. Thank you to everybody out there watching this right now. As always, please like and share, and I'll be back soon with more movie and TV coverage.